Yes, people, what's going on? That one's hard to take. That one is hard to take. England are out of the Women's World Cup, beaten in the semi-final by the USA. Now, I'll be honest with you, as this game went on, and in my head, I started to think, well, constantly I'm going to be doing a rant, and I don't know if this video might turn into a rant. I generally have no idea. But I'm really proud of our girls. I really am. I really am proud. And look, there's no shame in being beaten by the team that are going to go on and win this tournament. There's no shame in that, you know. And I think that was probably what made last summer's tournament in the Men's World Cup so hard, is that we were beaten by Croatia, and then Croatia got mullered in the final. And actually, I think probably a lot of England fans would like to have thought that we might have done a bit better, you know, and whatever. But they are going to go on and win this tournament. You know, well done. You know, I actually bet on England to go and win the whole tournament. I just had this weird feeling that we were going to go and do it, and you know, I think anyone's mad really to bet against them. It was nuts, you know, and they're the best female football team I've ever seen, you know, and they are a dynasty. They are, you know, or a dynasty, however you want to say it, depends on where you're from. You know, they're one of the best outfits ever in terms of ladies football, and that's a huge thing, you know. And look, I want to be straight up and honest with you. This is one point I really do want to make in this video, is the USA. Look, I've got huge respect for, you know, the US and for the way they do sports, for their people, and for everything. I actually see my life, you know, part of my life being spent over in America. You know, I do actually intend to live there, as a little side note, which many of you may not know or probably won't know. But what I will say, and something that does not deserve to go unmentioned, is how little class the US have got in terms of women's football. Now, it's not just from us today. It's obviously been a huge theme the whole way throughout the tournament. And I'll be honest with you, I've had to bite my tongue a bit. You know, after the 13-0 game, I was at work watching it. And I was going to upload a video the following day, my thoughts on the 13-0 and blah, 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 blah. But actually, it's really, part of my language, really pissed me off how the US have played throughout this whole tournament. Dynasty, as I've said, best team I've ever seen play women's football. Fitter, stronger than us, you know. This isn't me being angry because we've lost, you know, to the US and whatever. But what I will simply say is that we all pretty much knew they were going to win this World Cup before they started. Treat everyone else with respect. Have class. I'm not saying don't play the 13-0 game. Look, you do what you need to do. You go and win the game. Which, you know, at 3-0 the game wasn't won, or whatever it is at half time. It's not won. You know, you go on and carry on and whatever. Fine. It's gone now. It's old news. But today in this game, you know, there was small little things. Alex Morgan. Classic, and I think, to be honest with you, I think she's been a big part of the problem with the whole thing, Alex Morgan. And look, she probably will never see this, so I can say what I like about her. I thought she really did disrespect the whole of the women's game, and actually I think that she actually takes away from not even the whole of the women's game. I think she actually takes away from football. Really do. Look, quality, talented player. She really is a talented player. But I mean, 2-1. Bearing in mind there was 60 minutes of the game to go, whatever it was, when she scored. You know, she gives the little high tea, finger up celebration, whatever, drinking a cup of tea against the English. We ain't done anything to you. We haven't done nothing. We've been the best. We've given you the best game of this whole tournament. Don't try and mug us off by doing that. Give us respect. Go nuts. Do whatever. You know, you've just scored in a World Cup semi-final. You know, I can't remember if she scored in the last World Cup final. I think she did. But that could be the highlight of your career. It could be the highlight of anyone's playing career. It probably will be the highlight of a lot of people's playing career, scoring a semi-final of this, that, the other, whatever. Have a bit of class. That ain't needed. It's not needed. Yeah, fine, whatever, do it against us, oh, because English and whatever. If you hate us, you had a rivalry, you try to piss someone off, fine. But have a bit of class. Dynasties, whatever you want to call it, have a bit of class. You look at, like, American football fan, San Francisco 49ers, one of the greatest dynasties of all time. The New England Patriots, currently one of the greatest dynasties of all time. Rob Gronkowski, he doesn't celebrate by going nuts against the Miami Dolphins, doesn't celebrate going nuts against the Pittsburgh Steelers, Green Bay Packers, whoever it is, by doing something that would offend them. He does his thing. which is to do the Gronk spike. You look at Joe Montana, so many other people as well. There's so many people. They have class when they do those things, and they know that their sporting ability speaks for itself. You don't need to do that shit. You don't need to do that shit. It's just constant, you know. And look, the US, I want to say this, and I want to get this on record. Please do not get me wrong. They do so much for women's sport, and the way they do women's football in the States is nuts. But do it with class, do it with pride, do it with passion, do it the right way. Because actually, you've turned every single member of the viewing audience against you. You know, we all want the underdog. Everyone wants the underdog, of course. You know, but you also want to see the best team win. Best team. Now, definitely the US are that, but actually, how are they the best team? Are they being known for the best team because of how they play, like I've given them credit for? Not necessarily getting the positive headlines, are they? You know, I'm not going to go any more into that. Look, I'm going to talk about it from an England point of view. We played well. I thought we passed the ball, and I'll be honest, I think we panicked a bit, and we've beaten the US. In the She Believes Cup, we drew 2-2. And I think we played very well in that game, and I think we played very well in this game. We just lacked that little bit of a cutting edge the USA had. And the cutting edge didn't come from them being arrogant. It didn't come from them being disrespectful. Simply disrespectful. It come from their footballing ability. But that probably, in many a case, won't actually get the highlight that it deserves. It'll be the controversies and everything around the US and how they won this tournament. I think it might be 3 in a row they could win if they win this. Truthfully, I don't know off the top of my head. But have class. Have class. The bench goes nuts. The coaching staff end up on the pitch. You know, Phil Neville come out of the technical area trying to get a message across, but you do not go and run on the pitch. You know, it's not just Alex Morgan. There's so many other people as well. Rapinoe, she's played brilliant. Didn't play in this game today. She's played brilliant all tournament. She comes out with a load of comments and whatever about Trump, and look, I don't care. I really don't care. Play football. Win the game for football reasons. Win the World Cup for football reasons. Don't win the World Cup by trying to send a message and doing this and doing that. Send a message by playing good football. I am all for women's rights and women's equality and absolutely everything that goes on in this world. Anything negative, I don't want anything to do with it. You know, I am all for it, but do it in the right way. Do it in the right way. And look, I'm going to leave this here because I'll probably end up offending people, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, but I am also still entitled to my opinion, as everyone is. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I think that England today played well. I think the fitness was a big problem. It's just really heartbreaking. It really, really is heartbreaking. And it's not this. It's coming home crap that everyone seems to keep thinking it's all about with England. It's not. We've got a great bunch of girls. We've got a great bunch of kids coming through. We've got a great bunch of kids who aren't coming through, who are experiencing football for the first time and are doing so much and doing so many great, wonderful things. You know, experiencing football for the first time, get them out playing, get them out doing this, that, the other. So much. There's so much that's going on that's positives in this country. And actually, I think for England, and I think for the entirety of the world, I think that this World Cup has been a real positive, and I actually think for the US, it's actually been quite big of a negative. I really do. And look, we all knew you were going to win this tournament before you came into it. Just do what you do. Don't fuck about. Do the right thing and play football the right way, and you'd be known for so much more, and you'd be so much better. And everyone would respect you. You know, I came into this tournament actually thinking, I could buy a USA shirt, couldn't I? Nah, no chance now. No chance now. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to support that. You know, it's going to split opinions, and people are going to say, "Oh, it's gamesmanship and whatever." You know, a little bit of time wasting and stuff. Yeah, that is gamesmanship. You know, it's not within the rules, but you know, you bend the rules in your favour. That's fair enough. I'd have hoped England would have done the same thing. I truthfully would. But the over-celebrating against Thailand, I think, was very, very poor. I think then also what was even worse was playing a second-string team against Chile. I think that was really, really classless. You know, if you want to go and muller people 13-0 1 week, you know, why are you not doing the same thing against Chile? You know, you take people off at half-time. I could fully go into a rant, and I'm not going to do it because it's late and I've been at work all day and it's going to offend people, and I don't want to do that. Look, I want to try and build an audience here, and I want to try and build something that I feel is right on this channel, and something that I feel is right is to say, well done to the US. You know, congratulations basically on winning the tournament. Good luck to the other team in the final, of course. I mean, I'll be honest, I'll be rooting for you, whoever you are, Holland or Sweden. I think it'd probably be Holland, but there we are. I'll be rooting for you. Anyone out there watching this who has a differing opinion, please let me know. But for me, and I think it's something that's shared by many a person, is that this tournament has been really, really good for certain reasons and has been made a lot worse by things that unfortunately the USA are doing. It doesn't teach good practice or anything, and I wouldn't want to play like that. I would not want to play like that, and I wouldn't want to win a World Cup like that. I want to win a World Cup based on pure footballing ability. Right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. I won't be doing anything for the third place playoffs, so thank you for anyone that's been supporting the Women's World Cup on this channel. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do for the final, but thanks everyone for the support. And I'll see you back here for loads more content. Make sure you like, share and subscribe if you're new around here. Hard one to take that.